Welcome to the online Sunday service of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Urbana-Champaign. Our mission is to build community, seek inspiration, promote justice, and find peace. I am the Reverend Florence Kaplow, the minister of this church, coming to you live from my sun porch with the help of many others. And I want to particularly thank local community radio station WRFU at 104.5 FM for streaming this live this morning. I want to acknowledge right up front the complexity of Mother's Day in any year. All the ways that it is joyful and loving, but all the ways it can also be painful and exclude. For those with difficult relationships with their mothers or with their children, for those who wish to be mothers but were not able to be, for those who have lost their children or lost their mothers, this can be a painful reminder. And I want you to know that today, we are going to keep it real. Early on, I said that I wanted a treacle-free Mother's Day. I asked people to share videos of their own experiences with their mothers and with being mothers during this pandemic time. You will also see lovely photos from Laura Wetzel's garden interspersed through the service. I also want to acknowledge the particularly strange and really immense pain of this Mother's Day, where so many mothers find themselves essentially locked in with their children, and no matter how much they love them, this is tremendously challenging, as you will hear. And then all of us who are separated from family, mothers who are alone, children who can't see their mothers, and just to really hold in our hearts the tremendous difficulties of this particular Mother's Day. I am one of the lucky ones. Today, I woke up early and put together a little arrangement of potted dahlia and chocolates and a card and a picture of my grandmother and put it all out on the coffee table for my mother when she woke up. She woke up a little early, so she got her coffee, and otherwise I was going to warn you that she might wander into the service asking for her morning coffee, but I think she'll be okay until the end of the service. I especially want to give big thanks to the Cruz family and Gloria Cruz, who stars in our prelude video. And believe me, she's going to steal the show here. If this doesn't bring a smile to your face, I don't know what will. It is just completely delightful. So big thanks to Gloria and her mom and dad for making this possible for all of us. And also, you'll see an email for joys and sorrows. If you want to send in a joy or sorrow to be shared aloud today, you can do so at that email address.
Every day you keep me safe and warm and loved and fed. But today's your special day, it was my turn instead. So I got up at 5 a.m., I've been working hard since then. Some things I didn't get quite right, next year I'll try again. Just for you I did my best to cut my own hair. Some places came out pretty good and some are kind of bare. I wash all your nicest clothes, but the washer wasn't free. So I used the dishwasher, pretty smart of me. Remember, no one's perfect, every kid has faults. Remember, it's the thought that counts more than the results. My heart was in the right place even though I did it wrong. It was all to say on Mother's Day, my love for you is strong. I vacuumed really quietly, I didn't use the power. I cleaned your dirty iPad screen, I held it in the shower. I painted all the ceilings, it was easy with a mop. Now the carpet's painted too with cool rainbow drops. I install your working meals with Just Leave Me Alone. And we gave a prince from Scandinavia a loan. I watered all the houseplants with the garden hose. I forgot to turn it off, sometimes that's how it goes. Remember, no one's perfect, every kid has faults. Remember, it's the thought that counts more than the results. My heart was in the right place even though I did it wrong. It was all to say on Mother's Day, my love for you is strong. Your car's shiny inside and out with lots of olive oil. Who knew that oatmeal splatters up so high and far on boil? I tried to make you orange juice, but I spilled it on the floor. I tried to fry you bacon, we don't have a stove no more. Since you can't really cook this week, I called the pizza place. I emptied out the fridge and freezer so there's enough space. They should be here anytime, 2 dozen pizza pies. I paid with your credit card, I hope that you're surprised. Remember, no one's perfect, every kid has faults. Remember, it's the thought that counts more than the results. My heart was in the right place even though I did it wrong. It was all to say on Mother's Day, my love for you is strong. My heart was in the right place even though I did it wrong. It was all to say on Mother's Day, my love for you is strong. It was all to say on Mother's Day, my love for you is strong.
See what I mean? Wasn't that just totally great? And the other photographs that you saw there were other children from the congregation, photos used by at least permission of the parents. Really wonderful. Each Sunday, we have a spoken land acknowledgement to recognize and honor the indigenous peoples of the land on which we gather. Wherever you are this morning, please bring to mind the tribes and nations of your land. As I speak these words, there will be a moment of silence after the acknowledgement. We recognize and acknowledge that we gather today on Indigenous land, taken through deception, coercion, and violence. We acknowledge the continued displacement and oppression of Native people and honor their commitments to survival, identity, and the protection of our world. And today I particularly acknowledge Native mothers and their daughters who face so many challenges and dangers. Thank you. Each Sunday in our Unitarian Universalist tradition, like nearly all UU churches around the country and the world, we light a flaming chalice to begin our sacred time together. If you have a candle or something that you can use as a chalice, even a little battery-operated candle or something on your phone, please join me in the words of our chalice lighting as we light our chalices together. We light our chalice this Mother's Day with deep gratitude for those who have given us life, as well as for all who have nurtured and nourished us, who have cared for and loved us, who have passed on their light to us so that we may shine. Our church has changed a lot in the last few weeks, but I am so happy to announce that people still want to join our congregation. We had a lovely Pathways to Membership class a couple of weeks ago, and now Sherry Bolin, our Director of Congregational Engagement, would like to introduce you to our new members. You can also find their bios and pictures on a special edition of our email that went out on Friday.
Good morning. Just because we can't be in our church building right now doesn't mean that our church community isn't still growing. I invite you now to join me in welcoming our 9 newest members. Please join me as we welcome Abrita Chakravarti. Abrita is mom to 2 bouncy boys, aged 9 and 4, and she's wife to a loving, supportive husband. Abrita finds solace in mindfulness meditation during times of personal crisis, and she continues her intent to embrace mindfulness in everyday life, especially as a parent. Abrita loves taking photos and making photo books. Welcome, Abrita. Christopher Menard and Nicole Allen met in 1994 through a series of serendipities that landed them at the same yoga retreat on Long Island, New York. Christopher and Nicole appreciate being on life's journey together, with their relationship providing a space to foster their growth and commitment to each other, to their children, and to their community. They have 3 boys pictured here with them: Zachary, Isaiah, and Gabriel. Christopher and Nicole appreciate the UUCUC community, the welcoming atmosphere, the care for community, and the commitment to social justice. Welcome, Christopher, Nicole, and family. Join me now in welcoming Eileen Borja. Eileen was a teacher of teachers of early childhood education in Head Start programs at SIU Edwardsville, at Governors State, and at Illinois State Universities. She volunteers as a master naturalist and for the American Red Cross, as well as for the Children's Disaster Services. She also serves on the Citizens Advisory Committee of the Champaign County Forest Preserve District. Eileen says she's delighted to join the Unitarian Universalist Church of Urbana-Champaign and looks forward to growing and learning with this vibrant congregation. Welcome, Eileen. Please join me now in welcoming Erin Dittmer. Erin is an English teacher at Champaign Central High School. She also serves on the steering committee of Austin's Place, a women's emergency homeless shelter. In her free time, Erin likes to read, work in her garden, spend time outdoors, and explore the arts of fermentation and baking. You can find her walking around Urbana with her puppy, Jolene, and her partner, Nick. Welcome, Erin. Join me now in welcoming Jenna Husting. Jenna is a longtime Chambanaite and sociologist, and although she's currently living between Boise State University and Champaign, Chambana is home for her. Jenna came to Champaign-Urbana for grad school and spent 7 years in Amasong in 1990s. She says that she still misses the weekly Thursday night singing in the UUCUC chancel. Jenna grew up Presbyterian in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and attended Quaker meeting in St. Pete, Florida. Recently, she lived in Donostia, San Sebastián, Spain, where she learned to speak a bit of Spanish, badly but enthusiastically. Jenna says that she feels moved and heartened to formally join UUCUC and hopes to find a safe way to return to Chambana, where she hopes to learn to plant and grow a garden. Welcome, Jenna. Please join me now in welcoming Linda Owens. Linda is joining UUCUC with her partner, Mimi Omerod. Linda and Mimi met in grad school here in Champaign-Urbana and have been together for 31 years. Linda works in the Research Institute at Carle Foundation Hospital. The COVID pandemic has rekindled her passion for gardening, something I'm hearing from a lot of people these days. In her free time, Linda likes to play guitar and banjo. Welcome, Linda. Please join me now in welcoming Mimi Ormerod. Mimi enjoys gardening, acrylic and oil painting, and walks with her partner and their dog. Mimi is a professor of clinical psychology at a small nonprofit social justice university that combines distance and in-person teaching. Welcome, Mimi. Now please join me in welcoming Scott Brody. Scott's earliest recalled Sunday school experience was of his lady teacher reading a story aloud, including a line, "I am Jesus." By the time he first went to a Unitarian Sunday school, a year or two later, when he was about 3 or 4, he had a lot of questions. Scott came to Urbana from the beautiful Pacific Northwest to pursue an advanced degree in mathematics, and he never left. Scott is a lifelong folk dancer and once led a dance line in a stage performance of a Ukrainian men's dance accompanied by the U of I Russian orchestra. But he now generally prefers activities such as reading that are kinder to his knees. Welcome, Scott. We offer a heartfelt welcome to all of our new members. We feel blessed to have you as official members of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Urbana-Champaign. Staff and fellow congregants are here to help you find balance in the give and take of church community life, giving when you're able and receiving when support is needed. We look forward to walking this great journey of discovery with you. Blessed be.
Welcome these new members, and also I extend a welcome to all of you wherever you are. As you heard, there's someone from Idaho who just joined our church. You are most welcome, and when we are all gathered back together again, whenever that is, we will have a joyous in-person celebration of our new members. To welcome and honor our new members this morning, we're going to sing one of our very favorite hymns, We Would Be One. And this is from a September 2018 service on shared ministry. So you'll be singing along with a couple of hundred of us. Please, if you can, join in honor of these new members. Perhaps you also noticed in that hymn the sound of our beautiful organ. That was a little extra special part of bringing that hymn forward from September a year and a half ago. You might have noticed on the order of service or on the opening slide this morning a picture of a cat and a kitten. Those are indeed my pandemic refugee cats, adoptees, Rosa and Bella. Rosa's the little one, whose antics have brought so much joy to this household in the last couple of weeks. You can go to my Facebook page if you'd like to see more. I've actually started a new movement called Kitten Ministry, and there are many more photographs on my Facebook page. Watching them cuddle and play and Rosa nurse, and then watching them get irritated with one another and get into a little fight and ignore each other reminds me that the relationship between every mother and child, and apparently every cat and kitten, is passionate, complicated, ambivalent, powerful, and just mysterious. Sam Bashirs and Julie Laut will be sharing stories of their mothers in a moment. And I recognize that everyone, without exception, listening this morning has stories of your own about your mother, or stories of others who have mothered you. And just like all those relationships, just like all those mothers, the stories are nearly infinitely complex. I am holding all that in my heart this morning, thinking of my relationship with my own mother and all the relationships represented by those of you listening. Please now, let's hear Sam and Julie's stories.
My mother was Maxine MacArthur Bashirs. She was born on a farm in Iowa, a few miles north of Mason City in 1924. She grew up as a farm girl and was driving a tractor by the time she was 13. She always did drive stick shift better than my father. After college, she moved to Chicago and worked in a lab for a couple of years and then came to Urbana, Illinois, where she got a master's in physiology and was working on a PhD when, like so many women of her era, she got married and started a family. I am the second of 4 brothers. The others are all over 6 feet tall, and collectively we're approaching 1,000 pounds. Mom had pneumonia when she was young and had to be hospitalized for several weeks. Her lungs were permanently damaged, and she coughed every day of her life. Somehow, she was able to bring us up and mostly kept us in line. One of my prized memories is when she yelled, "At least put down your drinks when you're fighting." Mom was the center of our household, and when we came home, we'd often head for the kitchen to tell her about the day and to snack on the food that she had laid in for most of the following week. She loved to have guests, and she liked to make everyone welcome and comfortable. She was a great cook and liked to experiment on her guests. And fortunately, most of these experiments turned out well. Mom had a brilliant smile that could light up the room, and often she would laugh so hard that she would kind of shriek and gasp for air and then have to reach for a Kleenex to wipe her eyes. She was always known as Maxine, even though her full name was Evelyn Maxine MacArthur. We eventually asked her about this, and she said she had asked her mother, who said, "Well, you were never an Evelyn." In 1986, the year that Lynn and I got married, Mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. She had another 11 good years before finally fading in 1998 and died in the spring of 1999. I found out only a few years ago that she was a research assistant for 1 year in entomology, the same department that I joined in 1995. She never told me about that. I think there were a lot of other things that were never said. I wish I knew what they were. Thanks, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
My mom, Mary Lout, I like to say she's the person who gave me my generosity and love and taught me how important hugs are and smiles. And that might be what you see if you meet her. But I also know the strength that she has. She lived with cancer and fought cancer for about 18 years of her life in a way that is really, now that I have been a mother of two, just like she was, has very incredible for me to understand how she did it. Truly maintaining a positive outlook on life and just believing that she would make it. In some ways, she's a bit of a miracle because she did make it through that time and has been healthy and cancer-free for decades now, when statistically that didn't seem likely at the time. But really, my memory now, looking back at that, isn't as much the fact that she beat cancer, but the way that she did it. Before we would go to bed, she would write down a list of things she was thankful for. She would read poetry and think about how she wanted her life to be as she grew old. She always was looking forward and not getting, caught up in the biggest fears I'm sure that existed. And though our personalities in a lot of ways are very different, I know that witnessing that and seeing her strength and beauty and grace in those times have been invaluable to me as I learn how to move through this world as a person, as a woman, and as a mother. And I really just feel lucky that I've been blessed to have her for so long in my life, and to know unconditional love as a result.
I hope those were as inspiring to you as they were to me. They're so lovely. For the second time since the pandemic began, our brave and resourceful choir, under the direction of our new choir director, Austin Cody, have created a virtual choir performance for you. And I also want to acknowledge the brilliant technical help of Paul Weston, who is a new member. We are graced with wonderful new members who bring their talents to us. This is an old Welsh song in our hymnal as Sleep, My Child. Please enjoy.
Sleep, my child, and peace attend you all through the night. You shall hear you all through the night. Soft are the arms of freedom.
We, as Unitarian Universalists, acknowledge in our seventh principle that we are part of the interdependent web of life. We are interdependent with one another, with the wider community, and with the world. And in that spirit, wherever you are part of us. And we want to be here for you. If you would like to connect more with us, you can sign up to receive our e-news, our weekly e-news, through a link on the live stream page. I invite you to visit our website, which is a really beautiful site created by Brian Franklin, and particularly our COVID-19 resources page with all kinds of resources there. You can also find upcoming Sunday services on our website and past archived services. Yeah, and maybe you've noticed that things are, I don't know, for a lot of us, I feel like things are actually getting harder. So I want to take this moment to remind you of our warm line, which is staffed by therapists and pastoral care people from our congregation, available 24 hours a day just to listen or have a person there on the other end of the line to hear you non-judgmentally, offer companionship and solace. So please reach out if that would be helpful to you. You can always find that number very easily right at the top of all of our website pages. In the spirit of our connections with our larger Unitarian Universalist world, we are sponsoring a class on the inclusion of the trans community into our congregation. It's called Transforming Hearts. I had a chance to take this class, online class, earlier this year, and it was very, very powerful. It was spiritually nourishing and inspiring, and I really invite us all, since we are all members of a congregation welcoming to the LGBTQ community, to consider taking this class. I think you'd get a lot out of it. If the registration fee is at all an issue, please let us know, and we can help support you to take the class. In the spirit of connecting to our larger community, I also want to remind us all of the tremendous amount of hunger and difficulty that is building in our larger community, and the work of the Channing Murray Foundation, led by Emily McCown, our own Emily McCown, and their Bucket Brigade, bringing food safely to some of the people in greatest need in our larger community. If you'd like to give to that, you can go to the Channing Murray Foundation. There are also links in our e-news. It's a wonderful way to give back to the community. Finally, every spring, there is a fabulous UUCUC auction. But unfortunately for us, this year, our auction is scheduled in April. So we were not able to have our planned auction, but our tremendously creative and resourceful auction team got together, and they are sponsoring an online auction. And that's going to be coming up in about 10 days. Please consider donating some kind of service or an item to this online auction and participating and bidding on it. There's actually 3 days that you can bid. First, because it is a significant source of fun and silliness, and we all really, really need a little fun in these days. And secondly, because it's a source of funds, which are also very much needed at this time. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Chris Hanauer from the auction team for the second edition of Some Auction News.
Hello, my name is Chris Hanauer, and welcome to this special Sunday morning edition of Some Auction News. As you hopefully know, Our service auction is happening on the evenings of May 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, a little less than 2 weeks from now. We need to get in lots of great donations in order to make this auction a success. But maybe not as many as we originally thought, because I'm about to raise a ton of money right here before it even starts. Through the magic of technology, I have assembled some church friends here this morning, along with our amazing longtime auctioneer, Don Denny. We're going to have a little pre-auction auction, and I'm pretty sure raise a lot of money because the thing we're selling off is, I must say, pretty incredible. So let's get this thing started. Okay, so we have been joined by several prominent church members for a very special pre-auction event. We are auctioning off a very special item, and I know you're going to be very excited to hear about this. We are auctioning off the opportunity to have a featured role in the next Some Auction News video. That's right. That's right. You can be in the next Some Auction News video, and I think this is very exciting. This is a good way to get the auction kicked off, a little pre-fundraising. So we're going to start the bidding at $500. Don, I give it to you. Starting bidding at $500.
You're going to give me $5. Anybody want $5? I want a $500 bill. Anybody want $500? I ain't want $500. I can't get $5. How about $4? Anybody want a $4? Got $400. Anybody want a $4? Bid a buy. Put it to $4. Want a $4 to make it a $4. Anybody want to put it to $4? Anybody want a $4? No $400. I'll take $3. Anybody want a $3? Put it to $3. Bid I put it to $3.
Hold on, Don. Hold on. Look, I got 37 likes on the first episode. Okay, think about that. All right, go ahead, Don.
All right, how about a $100 bid, and you can buy 2 of them. Anybody want to bid at 100? Anybody want to bid a buy? Put it 100, want 100, make it 100, bid a buy, put it 100. Anybody want a $100 bid? One of 100. I can see I'm not going to get 100. Anybody want to put it at 50? I need a $50 bid. Anybody want to put it at 50?
Come on.
Bid at 50. Well, give me 10, Chris. If you got that much in your pocket.
Fine, I'll give you $10 for it.
All right, I got a $10 once, $10 twice. Anybody want to give me another 10? I'll take 20 for it. I got $10 one time, 2 times, sold to the man in the left for $10. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, my former church friends. Well, that was a little disappointing, I must say. Guess the good news is that we did raise $10. But now we really need you to come through with your donations for the event. Remember, it's our biggest fundraiser of the year, and it can't happen without you. Please visit the auction website and click on the link there to make your donation. You can also email auction@uucuc.org if you have any questions. So, till next time, I'm Chris Hanauer, and this has been Some Auction News. Have a good Sunday morning, people.
I warned you that silliness goes right along with our auction traditions. Thank you, Chris. Each Sunday, we share our Sunday offering with organizations in alignment with our values. For the month of May, we are sharing with Sistering CU, a small local organization that provides support for young mothers, new mothers after birth, and all of that is offered free of charge. And how appropriate is that today, of all days? We now have a way to give quickly and easily by text or credit card, and that offering is shared equally between the church and the shared offering, just like putting cash in our offering basket, or you can, after the service, write a check or go to our website to make an offering. The offering will now be received. Thank you for your generosity. One of the things, many things I love about this congregation is the natural generosity that flows so freely here. Each Sunday we bring our individual joys and sorrows with us as we listen together, watch together these services. It's our tradition to sing a blessing song, and used to be during our candle lighting. But whatever you may be carrying this morning, I invite you to bring it into your heart as we sing. You can sing along or just let the song wash over you as a blessing. I'll share the joys and sorrows that were emailed into me. Again, apologies if anything is missed. I'll keep watching to as close as I can. From Kyle Croha, prayers and fiercest strong energy to the U.S. First Nations peoples. Also for a friend and their private intention, and for all students in final exams. Good outcomes and peace and freedom from technical issues. From Julie Lout, love and gratitude to my mom and all of the many women throughout my life who have supported, loved, and mentored me. Their combined wisdom and nurturance sustains me. From Amy Hassinger, Joy and Sorrow, a joy for the beautiful pre-Mother's Day hike with my family yesterday in Allerton Park, and a welcome socially distanced visit with the Herzogs. So good to see friends in person, if at a distance. A sorrow for all the losses all of our kids around the community are experiencing and the difficult, uncertain future ahead. They are all so brave. From Elizabeth Simpson for sorrow for Nick Rudd. Sorrow at the sudden passing of Nick Rudd, an amazing musician and deeply kind and fun friend and librarian. Nick was super smart and used it to help countless others find their own brilliance. From Umita Sadarangani, a joy. An old friend who has also been a mother and mentor to me for 35 years received an all clear from her oncologist this week after months of chemo in time for Mother's Day and for her 82nd birthday next week. I'm very grateful. And from Sam Bashir's, we are holding Florence and her mother Harriet in our hearts this morning. Thank you, Sam. From Sam and Lynn, actually. From Aaron Dittmer, it is a true joy to join this incredible community as an official member. I am excited to grow and work with you all. Joy also to share this morning's service with my mother, Deborah, who is in Chicago. I am so grateful for her love and support and can't wait until we can be together again. From Mindy McClard, so much sorrow for our current reality with no end in sight. From Chris Hanauer, joy and sorrow. Jody and I dropped off our son Ben at his Chicago apartment yesterday, where he will finish out his freshman year at DePaul. We will miss him and worry about him, but this is where he needs to be, and he's ready. From Melissa Shepline, joy that 5 years ago today, Theo came into this world on Mother's Day 2015. This spirited boy brings us so much love and joy. Happy 5th birthday, Theo. And this is from Melissa and Ben Leff and baby sister Lucy and big brother Lamont Cranston, the cat. And from Barbara Jahola, concern for my sister Sue, who is dealing with a difficult life situation, sending love and support to her. And from Karen Retzer, to the church choir, the Welsh hymn All Through the Night was one of my mother's favorite hymns. So I remember that from her. Yeah, it was beautiful when we, at Lynn's memorial, we talked about that. It was beautiful to hear you all sing it today. Thank you. And I also just want to extend compassion and love to all in our community facing unemployment, uncertain situations, potentially lack of food and safety, the families that are struggling, those with mental illness who are struggling, just recognizing the tremendous hardship of this time that is in many ways intensifying. We will now have a time of silence, reflection, prayer, or meditation as we hear our own Kathleen Winters on the flute, holding these and other joys and sorrows in our hearts. I know from hearing stories firsthand, and even some of what we just heard in the joys and sorrows, that the challenges of parenting, which are really immense at any time, to parent with love and nurturing these new lives that are growing up beneath our wings. The challenges during this pandemic are really, really multiplied. I think of the Buddhist teachings around the bodhisattvas, and bodhisattvas are beings, people who really have dedicated their lives to service and to love. And whenever I think of parents and of mothers, I think of bodhisattvas. I think that the life of a mother is the life of a bodhisattva. And that doesn't mean perfection. That means just giving your heart as best you can from moment to moment. Today, we have the voices of 3 mothers from our congregation sharing, honoring us with their stories and their feelings about what it's like for them in their lives during this pandemic time. As we listen, let's hold them and all mothers everywhere right now with young and school-age children. Let's hold them in our hearts.
To be a mom in this time of coronavirus is kind of like feeling like you're in the middle of a tug of war, only you're not being pulled in just 2 directions. You're being pulled in 4, 5, 6, 7, a million directions. So for me, my ropes are to be pulled as a mom, where I am trying to help manage the emotions of my 12-year-old preteen daughter. And my other rope is for work, which is busy in the spring, no matter which year we're in. And then I also have a rope of a wife, where I try to be a good and supportive partner for my husband. And I have a rope of self-care, which I'm supposed to be doing, but that's not easy. And I have the rope of volunteerism, which is part of my personality. I just love to be doing that. So I think these are things that are always at play, but this time, this year, they feel like those ropes are really, really tight, and any of them could break at a moment's notice. And I don't want to give up any of those things because they're all important. So it's hard to figure out how to balance that tension between all of the directions that moms are pulled.
Hi, so Florence asked folks to send in short videos about what it's like to be a mom right now. I guess I feel like being a mom all the time requires us to wear many hats. And I feel that's just especially true right now, that my day at least feels like juggling many roles over and over throughout the day. I spend hours in a room of our house meeting with clients and trying to care for their needs. And that is interspersed with lots of overlapping time here and there with the kids, just checking in with them and helping them manage their various tasks, trying to help them stay motivated when motivation can be kind of hard to come by at times. And mostly just holding space for them during this time when they are each missing irreplaceable milestones in their lives. I guess I feel a strong sense of responsibility to attend to everybody's needs and feelings, and also to make sure that there's this balance in our day that includes work and play, service, and exercise. You know, trying to create this perfect balance for everyone. I feel like that falls to me, at least. And also definitely to foster a deep sense of gratitude for all that we have, this time together that we didn't expect to have, and the good health and financial stability, and other things that we have to be grateful for. I would say that being a mom is something I wouldn't trade for anything in the world. And it is very hard work.
What's it like to be a mother in COVID-19? Well, as you can see, I'm in my car right now recording this video because there's no space to myself in the house. I'm working full-time at home. My daughter's 6. My wife is finishing up her nursing degree. We have a ranch house, and there's really nowhere to escape, so I have to come out here. So getting time to myself is really challenging. And after a while, when I don't have that ability to have time and space, it feels like I'm on a icy pond in the middle of winter with ice skates that are too small, and I can no longer feel my feet, but I can't get off the pond. That's kind of how it feels.
If you are a parent and you would like support, if these stories resonated with you, I want to just let you know that we have started a new parent support group that meets Saturday mornings from 9:30 to 10:30, led by Michelle Grove and myself. And this is just a safe space to share what it's like and hear what it's like from others, so that everyone realizes that they're not alone in whatever difficulties may be arising. So I invite you, if you're interested in joining that group, just email Michelle to get the information about how to join via Zoom at redirector@uucuc.org. And thank you, Katie and Andrea and Kim, for your courage and willingness to share your lives with us this Mother's Day morning. And now I invite you to listen or join in to hymn number 1012, When I Am Frightened, which we thought would be an appropriate hymn for this morning.
When I am frightened, will you reassure me? When I'm uncertain, will you hold my hand? Will you be strong for me, sing to me quietly? Will you share some of your stories with me? If you will show me compassion, then I may learn to care as you do. Then I may learn to care. When I am angry, will you still embrace me? When I am thoughtless, will you understand? Will you believe in me, stand by me willingly? Will you share some of your questions with me? If you will show me acceptance, then I may learn to give as you do. Then I may learn to give. When I am troubled, will you listen to me? When I am lonely, will you be my friend? Will you be there for me, comfort me tenderly? Will you share some of your feelings with me? show me commitment, then I may learn to love as you do, then I may learn to love.
In closing, I want to recognize and honor all mothers everywhere. All of you who are mothers who are listening, and all of you who have mothered others, whether or not you have ever been a biological mother. Mothering takes so many forms, and none of us, not one of us, would be here without mothering, maybe from our own mother, maybe also from others in our life who have cared for, nurtured, supported, mentored us. This is a day of gratitude. This is a day of appreciation for those forces in our life. And particularly, this is a day, I think, to reach out to those who are, again, mothers of younger and school-age children. Reach out with a call or a card, or just know that they are walking a tough path and they could use your love this morning and today. And also blessings for all the families that are spending the day together who can celebrate this Mother's Day. Perhaps you have grown children at home and we weren't expecting that you would be able to be together in the way that you are today. So many blessings for that. And finally, I especially want to honor the mothers who are alone in their houses or their apartments or their senior living centers and can't be with their children, their grandchildren, maybe even their great-grandchildren today, who are separated from their families in order to stay safe and to keep others safe. We send a great wave of love out to you today. And especially, I want to say to my own mother, Harriet McNeil, I love you, and happy Mother's Day. Each Sunday, I decided when we left the sanctuary that each Sunday we would end our services with a chalice extinguishing words that we would say until we are together again in our sanctuary. So please join me with these words. You can extinguish your chalice as I extinguish mine, and we will go forth into our days. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Hi, this is just a little reminder to those of you who maybe haven't gone to our Zoom fellowship hour. You can find the link for that and directions for how to get on right on our live stream page. Not in the, you'll see a little thing on the video itself, but if you go to our live stream page on the UUCUC website, right below the video of the service, you will see a link that you can click to access that Zoom fellowship hour. If for some reason doing that via the laptop or phone is not an option for you, you can also call in and the information is there too. And we are now able to also close caption for those with hearing issues. Hope to see you there. I'll see if I can get my mother on. So happy Mother's Day.